don't need that. So I got one. Oh, there it is. Where's the strip? Where's the other sleeve? So we're good there. I'm gonna take this one off. Oh, we already have a couple people in here, unless it's just... No, I'm not watching it. Okay, that's good then. Sound looks good. Alright. Cool stuff. Oh, Ben! So in new tooth costume? Yeah, I wish. I do need to make changes to that. What I'm doing, I do need to make a new one. I do need to make some upgrades. I just got myself a couple of scrub jackets and everything, but I just mainly have a scrub jacket matched to a scrub pants that's the same color, but it's just too much solid color in one thing, in one go. So what I'm doing here is I ordered scrub pants and scrub pants and what the hell is it called? And jacket. And then I ordered another one, so I got two pairs that are different colors. And I'm taking off the sleeves of one and putting them on the other. So I'm switching the sleeves color so there's at least a little bit of a break in the pattern. So that's just not like, oh man, you're just like really like Barney purple or just all gray. It'll be a mixture of both of them. And so I'm gonna take the arms from one, put on the other. I'll look at the other one, which I have pants. And I'm probably going to take off of the pants, I'll probably take the pocket and transplant it one onto the other so that there's just break. So I have color blocks. So that's just my thing. At the moment, I got these in yesterday, or they just got delivered yesterday, so I'm working on that. So far, I'm guessing going sleeveless is frowned upon. Not exactly. I already kind of have one done. I don't like this version though, or I need to redo this sleeve version. But you kind of see the results and everything. Actually, why am I doing that? So right now it's just a half and half, because I'm about to take off the other sleeve, but it almost looks like a Letterman in a way that I'm doing it as. So I already took the purple off of this one, sewed it down. I don't like the stitch pattern that I did here, so I'm going to take this apart and redo it, but I do like it on the purple one. So right now I'm going to be taking off the other gray. I'm going to take the right gray off, transplant it onto the purple one, and go from there. And then I think what I'm gonna do is probably take the pocket off of one and switch the pockets also. Looks baseball, yeah, oh yeah, exactly. It's yeah, essentially it's like a, why do I want to call it a Henley? It's not a Henley style and everything like that, but yeah, essentially just looks like that with the style, or with the comfort of a scrub jacket and everything else going along with that too. I just couldn't find something that jived with me, and I was just like, I know I can probably mix it and mash it and make it work. And so that's my deal so far. But I mean, we had we had Kay over yesterday for the retirement party and everything, so that was cool. And I was like, oh yeah, like I was like, oh, Ben showed me his why did I throw that over here? Ben showed me his scrub cap. Now I thought that's a pretty sweet scrub cap. Didn't know if you had it made, had it ordered, but I like the fabric of it. That's the reason I got. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's it. Yeah, this is the one I'm working on. Got it ordered. That's nice. I after seeing that, I want to look into getting a what the hell do we call them? A bolt? No, I don't think it's called a bolt. I want to get a roll, a fabric roll of tooth printed stuff so I can do them up. I'd like to make some, or at least find an easy way to make scrub caps or just something, because I don't have any prints. It's mainly just solids, and that's why I'm moving away from just solid black or blue like I'm usually doing, and doing a small little insert of color to make it just fun. It's a little pop. Because there's a lot of stuff for the female scrubs and everything like that, and since they don't wear well on us, and especially since you're a bit taller, they definitely don't probably wear or just carry your size as much. So that's why I'm trying to just find a little in between. Quilt shop up in Sonora. That's pretty cool. So you already have needles, pins and needles in your veins at that point. She has bolts of fabric. Okay, it was, so that was, I believe, the correct term was bolts. I was trying to remember it pretty good, but yeah, you got it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that if I really had the right instinct to do more stuff, shoot, I would love to be able to be good enough to do alterations, simple scrub alterations. I would love to be able to be proficient at that and actually have a good steady hand and everything. But I am just I'm just spreading myself real thin with the stuff that I'm just trying to learn and continuously do. So we will see. We'll see how it goes. But it was cool. Yeah, it was cool seeing everyone, seeing our PD off and everything like that. Very sad moment. Feels different now, but it's going to be a neat new change. As far as position, I am not up for it. Not yet. Nope. I got word on another person that actually I've met when I was over in Pleasant Hill. I did a little temporary stint over in Pleasant Hill, and I met the boss over there of the PD of that program. And it turns out she lives in Stockton and everything like that. So it was more advantageous for her to make that transfer from Pleasant Hill that she's been doing for a good while to be in Stockton. And so when my head person told me that, I didn't feel that bad, because I would have felt a lot worse, and I would have probably thrown a bigger fit if they would have told me, we're gonna hire this outside person with no main teaching experience, but their requirements are all met as far as like degrees and prerequisites, RDA for 3 years or something like that. If they would have told me that they're gonna hire someone else from outside instead of hiring upgrading from within, I was ready for that. I was ready for that. But because this new gal coming in, and I've worked with her and I've worked with her team very briefly, she's just like another version of my boss that's gone now. So she should be pretty sweet. The only thing that is going to be a trip is as she comes and sees the way that we do it at our campus, she's going to we are going to see how much she's going to try to pull us off of that projection, off of that trajectory. Because if she starts coming over and if she comes over and it's like, okay, cool, let's see how you guys are doing it, and she starts saying no to some of the techniques or things without any true alternatives, and it just becomes a less improved and it becomes just a rougher experience in the class or lab, then that's where I'm gonna take my leave. It's gonna be something that's not worth me fighting anymore. But me and my partner, the other M, is pretty much we're on the same side as far as if someone comes and makes changes, it's gonna be rough. But I don't know. X-rays is coming up. I still have Emma lose their stuff. Yeah. They will, and that's where it comes to this. It's because if they would have told me that they're hiring from outside instead of promoting within, I was ready to just leave. I was just ready to leave at that point. But I need to keep in mind I need to stick it out for my partner in crime, so that they have a little bit of a peace of mind, a little bit of a gentle transition, instead of just being all about myself and everything like that. But I don't know. That drive just gets to me. I've already told you about it before. That drive just more and more every day. That drive just makes me want to change it up a bit, because it's I just see more and more people just getting in accidents every single day, and it's like, well, one of these days it's gonna be me. One of these days it's gonna be my turn, my luck of the draw, and I really don't want that to be a higher chance just because I travel 70 miles, 70 to 100 miles a day, because they just pay good over there. I'd rather just be closer and do a couple of new things. So we'll see. Shoot. I might just go and yeah, commute kills. It really does. And I've done a good bit. Going up to SAC from Modesto, I was young, without kids and everything like that, and I'm just seeing that more. I'd rather not sacrifice as much there, and just learn to live off of what I can make over here in this area. So my wife's ready for it. She's just like, when is he gonna do it? When is he gonna snap and do all of his other things? And he's good RDAs? I'm not sure if I'm that good. You guys are pretty crazy, but that's what I'm looking into. That's what I'm kind of thinking is what I'm always looking. I'm like, what's my next potential step gonna be? Am I gonna go and head back to the office? Am I gonna give corporate a try? Am I gonna give a different specialty a try? Am I gonna do orthodontics? Because that would seem like a neat alternative for me to kind of play around with. The kids, I already know my kids and everything like that. They're not gonna get space teeth when they grow up, so they're gonna need braces, and that's gonna be a fun thing. It's nuts at the office. It's nuts at the office. Well, at your place or what? I'm pretty sure it's humongous. I'm pretty sure it's just humongous in general, but the main thing I just want to be is at a small place. Yeah, I want to be at a small place. Maybe like 3 assistants, doc. Maybe they get a hygienist and there's someone in the front. Something just like my first place that I started off at for 6 years. That's what I'm used to. Small place, very family oriented, it could be super chill there. someone that's has another like 15 years in their dental career before they go and pass it off or something like that. I don't know. The nice thing too is that it would be a change again, because I mean, I'm not sure how much you're bringing back home from your workday and everything like that, but I mean, it's constant. Just something's always connected back to work in here, and it's like I just want to have that disconnection. I don't have to think about works or this other stuff. And now I go back and forth between pedo and general and GP. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I mean, pedo's neat if you get it a little. It's every now and then. It's not just all the time. OM, yeah, probably office manager. Just like we mentioned, just a small place. And I think that's probably at most that I would want to do. Is that another? I'm super out of focus. Another piece that I wanted to look into is I like small practice in the Bay. Yeah, like something like that would be cool if I didn't have the drive and everything like that. Because the main piece of it is I would like a small practice where I can do just normal DA things and then piece out certain dental lab stuff. So it'd be like, yeah, I'm doing my main things, and then it's like, okay, we have this case, and just get paid out based on whatever extra stuff. So I just have a secondary income that can supplement probably the lower paid gap that I would get from moving close and moving to a small office. So I'll just have that extra piece that's still dental related, that's still connected. That's my overall goal, is just to do that and just kind of ride it as much as I can. Get the skills there, get other people and everything. Hey, Flu! Evening, yeah, it is evening. Finally an evening. The kids went out. They went to the bookstore, and so they're gonna chill over there for a bit. I'm getting a little bit of sewing done right now, and do that. Oh yeah, I'd move to the Bay at that point. Yeah, I would probably move to the Bay. I've discussed that too. Shoot, I'd just probably rent out this place at that point, just so I can keep under the books and just rent out there and just do what I could. At least the version of the Onslaught. Yeah, at least over. Yeah, just like Pleasant Hill would be perfect. Not Pleasant Hill. I'm stupid. Pleasanton would probably just be fine. Livermore, Pleasanton, probably just be rocking it and everything like that. Tracy's pretty cool, but it's well, also, I mean, even in that case, we're gonna be potentially getting a change. Pleasanton would be sweet, yeah. It really would be. Not too far into the craziness and everything like that. But within this next half year, even just like our living arrangements are going to be changing too. So we're going to get another person in here, and I'm going to need a bigger place. I'm going to need an extra room. And so even just moving is going to be up and in the works. So that's what I'm kind of looking at, is either I can do what I'm doing for this whole coming year, and then make any transitional changes that I need to, and that would be cool. And just kind of work from there, because I don't know if I want to still stay in the Central Valley as much. It's I'd like to go out. I would like to change states, give it another try, or give it a try somewhere else. But we'll have to kind of. We've been investigating and trying to see. And then I can, at that point, wherever the hell I go, I can always just teach over there. I can always go and teach in whatever next state over that has that, and just get my roots back in there at a new place, maybe a small institution or something, or keep doing dental lab things, or just a mixture of dental and assisting in lab things. We will have to see at that point. Man, I've been trying to get this. Always a need for good teachers. I think that's where M has a great piece to her. My other M, right? She's patient. She's got great personality, and the YouTube piece is where I'm pretty much going to be at. But I'm pretty sure my other M could ride the teaching gig for the rest of her time, and she'd be perfectly content with that. I have and she likes that. Like she said before, she doesn't like chaos, and I don't know. I love everything. I love what I do and everything like that, but I just go through little spurts of burnout, and it's something that I can usually spot now that I've done it about 3 times or something like that. I can spot my burnout when it's coming, and at that point it's just I have to identify what's making it happen. And this time it's not the content that's the burnout. It is I think it's just the delivery method at the moment is the burnout. And so I'm looking just for a different version of the same delivery or something. Oh, we're also looking at starting a evening class, so that's going to be another thing. We are hiring for another full-time, and yeah, we're hiring for another full-time. We're going to be doing an evening class that's probably going to be running from 5 to like 9:30 or so, and I think it's like 5 to 9:30 or 5:30 to 10, whatever the actual time frame is. But they're going to try to get that in probably within the next couple of terms, and that's going to be wicked. And more likely, other M is going to handle that. I'm going to handle the morning class, and then the person that's going to meet us in the middle is going to just kind of be overseen by me, and slightly be overseen by other M. But we'll kind of see how it goes. But they're looking forward to doing that, which is going to be an interesting go. The only thing that blows about it is when it comes down to patient terms, we have to still stay within certain regulations, certain ratios, and the main ratio is 1 instructor to 6 students when it comes to patient terms. So if we do get outside of, if that evening class gets anywhere past 7 students, then we're going to need someone from the morning half to go to the evening class to match it to 12 at least. And then if it goes past 12, well then, hot damn, we're gonna either need another person, or morning person's gonna have to pull a swing shift and do that class to fill those ratios. So it's either hire a part-timer or everyone swinging. And it also changes too because we're between 2 hard places. It's either we offset that evening class to be 2 terms behind, so that in case someone fails here, they don't have to wait 6.5 months, 7.5 months. They just have to wait 3 months they just have to go and wait 3 months, enroll into the other class that's on the separate time frame, and then finish off that one that they messed up on, and then they can go out. So it's a little bit of a quicker redemption cycle, but it also means that no matter what, except for 1 term out of 7 months, or except for 1.5, except for 6 weeks out of all the other terms, we will always have a patient term rolling. We're either going to be an X-ray, X-ray, polishing, and specialty will be our off time, while impressions and temporary crowns will be the other off time, and then it will be back onto X-rays and patients, and then it'll just reset again. So it's either we do it all like that, or we make it all on the same track, and we're all doing X-rays at the same time, and just do all that. Everyone has patients at the same time, then we'll have 4.5 months that we are free. If we got 4.5 months that we're free from patients, that could be cool, but those X-ray and polishing terms are going to be rough. But it also is kind of nice, especially if the patients that you would have had in the morning class, they can't make it there, but they definitely can make it for a after 5 o'clock class to do their patients for X-rays or whatever. It allows for a very large pool of schedulable times. So I kind of like that, but that only solves the problem as that would be if your student can't schedule right or get the patient scheduled right, which isn't that big of a deal. But it would give us a lot longer time. It could make a patient term easier. That's what I'm looking at, is that patient terms could be pretty simple and sweet. If it could be pretty simple and sweet, we can all be team on board when it comes to it can be all teams on board when it comes to not having the correct ratios. Then it's just gonna be just all of us for a month and a half, really 3 months, is gonna be pulling swings, and that makes it rough. But it would already have been rough if we do it offset. So it's a gamble. No matter what, the call that we make and everything like that it just depends on our current PD to kind of think that through. The new one that's coming in had over at Pleasant Hill had a evening class that they were running, so they kind of know the ins and outs to having them offset. I don't know if they have offset terms, but they can bring that to us a little bit. But that's not too much of a problem to me, even though it will become a headache later on. My main thing is if they try to force us to heavily change the style of teaching, which I don't think they would, but there may be things that they may push back on, and that could be fun to deal with. But it should be exciting. That small little class is gonna be good. It's gonna be down to leadership. Yeah, and that's where I hope they're very open to just anyone coming to the table and just saying what they need to say, because I have options that are closer by, and that would probably be a big solve for me to just go and just take those options. Because it's either that, or else as soon as my car finally just dies for whatever reason that it does. Oh, hey, Cully, it's been a while since I've seen you. I could barely see it past my sewing machine that I have right here, but I just spotted it. But like I was mentioning, if my car ends up dying for whatever reason, I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm not doing that trek anymore. I'll take what I got stockpiled up and just move from there. Just be closer. Yeah, I'll see. I'm still going direction of Stockton. Yeah, and that too, right? I mean, you did it for a reason. You became as far as successful as in this stream as you can so far. So there's a few places that you can hit before you start feeling that glass ceiling and the other things that would usually break that glass comes up, which would be just EF or hygiene. Either Bay Area or out of state. Yeah, same. I would love to be able to do out of state, just to get a different feel. And I'll just keep doing this from my little corner of the world. Jamie, starting to stream this. Yeah, I have time. The kids are gone, the baby teeth are out. I have time. I'm sewing right now, so I have my little sewing machine here. And actually, I'm just seam ripping some things so I can get it attached. The main piece that I'm doing is I'm attaching different color sleeves to different jackets, scrub jackets. Large office grind is taxing. Yeah, absolutely. I totally see the just, it can just be, that's why they always have their ads up on their websites and everything. That's why they have so many probably not turnover. It's probably not too much of a big turnover, but there's always, you guys are always looking for someone, I'm sure. Dennis' pastime is sewing. I thought it would be making clay replicas of teeth. That's the second part of the stream. Probably when the baby teeth come back home, I'm probably gonna go into the lab, or I'll go and play something else on my little handheld. So I got a couple options. I'm still kind of recovering. I still have, I'm super nasally up here, but it's I tell you, for being a relatively short-ish fellow, and as some people will say, scrubs just don't fit on me. For my like size. Everything once tells me that I should be picking a large size because of my freaking legs, inseam, and everything like that. So I gotta go and hem near everything that I purchase. So I had to learn how to sew. I didn't have money to take anything to alterations services. Yeah, the large office grind is taxing. I can super see that. It's for certain people. I mean, shoot, I can see you heading up there and becoming office manager, top dog one of these days, man. You definitely have the qualifications and probably the just leadership potential for that, but how much, yeah, at certain points, how much do I want to keep on doing that game? You're learning quickly too, yeah. Scrubs don't fit right on me either too long or not wide enough. Yeah, exactly. That's why I feel like I gotta pick a large size because my wide birthing hips that I got, and so every large size that's gonna fit for me is gonna be 2 feet too long and I'm dragging cuffs on the floor. Or even like jackets, like I have to pick like medium. If I pick a medium size, the little cuff stops right about here, just like 2 inches shy of my wrist. So I got to pick a large size so I can get it to be perfectly on the wrist, but it's just super wide around here. It's just wacky tobacco. But thankfully, my ex-girlfriend at the time, when I was getting into dental assisting, knew how to do sewing, or at least she kind of knew. She knew enough how to teach someone that didn't know, and then once I figured out from her how to sew, I taught her how to sew correctly, and then it went to more of I was doing more sewing than she was. So it was one of the things that I can definitely say thank you to her for getting me into just learning how to sew. It's so helpful. I think next year I'll make a jump to office leadership. Oh, that would be super cool. Oh, that would be awesome. see yourself up there in like in Big D's role, in like a version of that or so. That would be a very um, big success story to be able to just see from you, but just to kind of just from you and any of our students being with us, it always feels like a good heartwarming moment to see you guys be successful, not only just based off of just a few skills that we gave you, but just how your just work ethics are. So that's always nice. There's OM in Pito right now, but I'm not ready for that just yet. I feel ya. See, yeah, that's pretty much how. It's pretty much what I've been told for the PD position is, it's open. This is the second time it's been open for me to apply, and this is the second time that I've gotten, I don't say looked over, but more of a better offers were on the table that I did agree with, because the first time the PD role came, that was something that I was way too early still in my teaching career to probably want to take that, but I did apply for it. But knowing that Melindsay was nearby, talking to her and getting her on board was the best thing to do, because she got me in. I got to get her back in. So getting her in on the first one was good. That's the thing, is I don't know if I'm tired of it. I don't really want that leadership role for the most part, because I feel like I'm just a terrible leader, for one. I'm a terrible leader. I can support someone really good, and that's why I did dental assisting. As far as the leadership and everything like that, probably not the person to pick. But it would be just an interesting thing to, I don't know. I guess I'm just not looking forward to outside the teaching realm's perspective. I just don't know. I haven't had to deal with someone that hasn't taught before becoming my manager, and I haven't had to deal with that ever. So that seems like something that I'm not ready for to deal with. I'm probably just not mature enough to deal with it yet. Whatever. But I don't know. That PD role, it's cute and everything. The pay boost is not even that great, but it's still cute. But I'd rather teach. Teaching is much funner. It would have pulled me away from you guys and everything. I really don't want that, but servant leadership is great. Yeah, right. If I can just be like the bridge connection between, the support bridge connection between, the higher ups and the people and my team that I've grown from the bottom to get to be where we're at. I like being able to have that relatability to those that may be underneath me. Like, hey, I've been there, I've done the same exact mistakes, or I've learned from these things that you may have not hit up yet. Just I want that to be the style that I can take on from there. But I don't know. The company is just too big for me. I think that's what it is, essentially. I mean, I always say, like, I don't want to be in corporate assisting or anything like that, but I'm in corporate teaching. So I'm in corporate for-profit teaching, which is the same exact thing that I keep telling myself that I don't want to be in for assisting. So why doesn't that click over and me just recognize that? Because I have options to do same for-profit, same teaching, but fractionally smaller, just way smaller. Yeah. It's something else. And everyone says the same stuff. You can keep running away from the problem, but the problem's always in at the next place, it just looks a little bit different. I'm like, yeah, definitely it is. I mean, you're never gonna get away from whatever the problem was at the previous place. You just kind of have to just make your compromise and just deal with it and everything like that. But sometimes it's just a change of scenery just seems nice. PDS is a good individual site. Yeah, and that's what I do like about them is that they do allow for I still got the corporate BS in the background. Yeah, exactly, right? It still allows for on paper private ownership in an aspect, but the hand is still always coming in, just being like, hey, give me my cut type of deal. At least until, or if the owner ever figures out a way to buy out the rest of their shares and make it on their own. So it's a process. Definitely is. Oh, we have another gal that's kind of climbing ladders and everything like that. I'm pretty sure you kind of ran into her every now and then, but she was part of my Thursday morning class. Hey, getting 5% raise here pretty soon. And that's pretty cool. I like that. I just we got a raise on the new year and everything like that. And I think when I got it calculated down, it was like 7 cents a day, I think. It was very minuscule. It was just matching the rest of the California pay boost that was pay raise that was happening. But I was like, oh, that's cute, and more is potentially to come as it usually does about like when March comes around. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, that's always nice to look forward to and everything. But what would be a pretty sweet thing to do also is to create another institution for this career field. If I can, that would be a neat thing to do, is to do another dental assisting institution to be able to combat what currently is out there and everything like that. Sadly, it wouldn't be able to match them as far as like certain things, like certain assistances and everything like that, unless you get actually fully recognized to get federal funding and everything. It's going to be more of a cash basis. But I know that there's a couple schools out over here that does that with dentists or with dental offices, and they're just like, oh yeah, we're a functioning dental office, but on the weekends we do Saturday schools or whatever and everything and all that like that. But it's less and less how many assistant schools there are out there. But I mean, just like kind of we tell everyone, we need to do imaging for alginate impressions. Well, why not? Hold on. We need a way to do imaging for alginate impressions. So like taking a scan of the alginate impression, so you're like kind of creating the positive image, or are you saying instead of doing an alginate impression for like preliminaries for like dentures or like retainers or everything, do a scan of the mouth instead? Because I mean, probably the best, but still, you have that blend of old and new, scanning the mouth instead of the impression. Oh, yeah, because I was gonna say for alginate impressions, that's the difficult part. That truly is the difficult part when it comes to this is tissue rebound, and especially since you guys are. Sorry for a random question, but here's a superior toothpaste brand that blows the rest out of the water. Is there a superior toothpaste brand that blows the rest out of the water? Good question, Blue. Personally, I like personally my taste is the one that I like to use is like Arm & Hammer. I like the taste of Arm & Hammer, but I know that's like 10% of the population says it's like 10% of the population says Arm & Hammer is trash, but I like the taste of it, so that's probably not a good one. Whatever has fluoride that you'll actually use. Scan the mouth instead of impression. Consistency is most important. Oh, when you come to like mixing alternate impressions and everything like that? Or you're probably still on the topic of like toothpaste and everything like that. Oh yeah. So toothpaste, yeah. I'm wondering because earlier, Flu, you mentioned it before. You were like, "Oh, there's a lot of delay between how me talking to you guys and then you guys getting an answer." And I've changed some settings around to be able to hopefully be a little bit more quicker on the delays and everything. I'm wondering, is it too far off? I don't know if it's like I guess I can't really measure that. I guess I can measure that from my side and see how much delay it's improved. That's good. It's still not as good as Twitch, but this I've changed things. So, and I've noticed I'll like ask that, and like he mentioned, no, you're mentioning, oh no, toothpaste specifically that you're talking about. I would have to wait like 10-15 seconds before I even get a reply on that. So that's good to hear. Let me do a quick test off of my phone. Oh wow, that's actually a lot better. It comes up 15 letters after I hit enter. Oh. Excuse me for the mind-blowing coughs. Well, that's good. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, but consistency, like we've talked about before. Some people like foams, foam toothpaste, gels, or I would say creams. Why am I thinking creams? Some people like gels. I'm not really too much of a fan of it, but it foams up pretty good. But paste, like I mentioned, Arm & Hammer toothpaste is good. Oh, actually, I have some. Oh, actually, probably have my backup in the bag. Where's my backup in the bag paste? This stuff is. Damn, this cough. My doctor recommends Sensodyne. Yeah, Sensodyne's really good and everything like that. It has a little bit more fluoride to be able to help, but I like using this material from Colgate. I'm sure you can find this online. You can definitely more likely get it from eBay. But it's called Prevident 5000. Super fluoridated stuff. Like you can't buy this off of like store shelves and everything like that. But yeah, Colgate Prevident 5000. I like this stuff. It's pretty solid. The taste is all right. The thing that I hate about this thing is, and this is a paste mainly. Sluxox. I'm gonna look that one up to see what's going on there. The thing I hate about this stuff is after you use it for a good bit, probably you're like a quarter through, it starts getting crusty, and it starts getting crusty right in the spout, so it's hard to push out more and more, so you kind of have to really ream it out to get it to flow easy again. I'm going to look up this material though. Might be a Norwegian brand. I like that. That's new. So if I can see my toothpaste, there it goes. Oh, that's. Well, I guess I'm looking at a super old school version of it too, though. Oh, look at that! Look at that! That's a trip. I am guessing then at that point. Why is this saying? It's like an old school. I'm seeing a lot of these old school toothpaste brands of Stocks or whatever, Solodox. It's neat. It's definitely different and old school. As far as like, and more than likely, yeah, it's nothing here in America. I can't get a reading on its like its content. Well, of course, because I can't freaking read it, but can I get a shopping? I think I did shopping earlier and didn't bring up anything. Brought up a lot of other stuff. Yeah, but when it comes up, it's just like a some Japanese toothpaste, silver soul, so it's using the silver ions to be able to get things clean. Stem attack. Yeah, this one's difficult to find, actually. If I can see my keyboard. Cool. Pretty sure it's exclusive to Norway. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks close to it, yeah. From what I can find and everything like that, but yeah, I can't get a read on the ingredients and everything, but like we mentioned, as long as it has some fluoride in it to be able to help with everything, that's pretty good. I mean, shoot, even that scare that you gave me, what was it, last night or the other night, when we were talking about that little piece that fell off of the tooth, I was just like, oh no, how do I get this figured out? But then figuring out that it was calculus was very relieving to me. But yeah, any of the toothpaste, most of them are not going to be able to help with like that stuff. Don't be freaked out bad. That's funny. My recommendation is stay away from stay away from the whitening toothpaste and everything. Don't use the charcoal activated charcoal stuff and everything. A good toothbrush. And just like I had one student that was like, oh, what happens if you don't charge your toothbrush? Can you still use it as a toothbrush even though it's not charged? I was like, yeah, it's called a manual toothbrush. Just rub it on your teeth. You'll be fine. It doesn't have to be charged for it to work. She was very adamant that a electric toothbrush that lost its that didn't have any battery in it, that you couldn't use it as a toothbrush. And that day, I kind of lost all faith in humanity, but I regained it back after convincing her that you can indeed brush your teeth with a dead electric toothbrush. Oh, what was even a bigger trip was that's the one I got, so I should switch. Oh, good. You got a product page. Ooh. Yes. Let me see. Okay, so I'll do it that. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. This is yeah. You can keep my cookies at that point. This is the one that I thought that it was. Okay, where's my Google Translate thing? Norwegian to English. Okay, this is good. Monofluorophosphate, 1450 parts per million. Okay, calcium carbonate, aqua sorbitol, hydrosilica, sodium lauryl. Yeah, this pretty much seems pretty easy stuff. It has the whiteners in there. That's why it has the where is it at? Yeah, it has some whiteners and everything in there. But it has the standard amount of fluoride. It's pretty good. It's pretty much just like our Colgate. Or like our version of Colgate and everything. Or I guess that would be not Colgate. Maybe. What's the other one? There's two of them with C that we do in dental. It's Colgate and it's Crest. It's like Crest. Crest toothpaste for us. That's what it's like. I would probably stick with that though. That's pretty good. And if you're ever in a pinch, baking soda on toothbrush. That will work pretty good. Or hydrogen peroxide on toothbrush. Either one would be good. Yeah, Crest. I always forget the two C words for the dental companies. It's gonna bite me in the butt one of these days. Now I'm almost done taking this sleeve off. Once I take this sleeve off, I can start sewing a little bit more and just about almost be finished with the sleeves, which is like the biggest one. Then I can move on to pockets if it doesn't look fly enough, and I need to fly it up more. Another thing I need to do is I need to go and put either my logo or some cute dental things on here that makes me look like a weirdo out there in public if I'm wearing these. So I need to figure out a design to put on these that would make sense. Okay, where am I at? Just a little bit left. So let me go meet it in the middle. Oh, but another thing is your boy here is probably gonna soon be teaching CPR, because they're working on getting us all into being able to teach CPR to the students and everything. So that's coming up pretty soon, which will be a super neat version of doing it instead of getting someone else from out there to do it. But that will travel. At least I will be able to have that on my resume. So I can always just do that too. Is just be a, hey, go to the office. Let's get your whole office certified. Not you guys. You guys have like 36 workers on the floor at a time, I would imagine. And since you guys are always open, there's no space to get everyone on the floor and start pumping at mannequin hearts and blowing up mannequin lungs. Never a day off. Yeah. That is the biggest trip right there. But are you just on normal 5 days a week type of deal or something? Or you're on like 410s? Or did you just mean you never get a day off? It's always every day heading out over there. Pedo and GP. Crime never sleeps. 5 days a week. That's good. That's good. And then as long as they're doing that, and the needle on that dollar amount keeps on increasing. That's why we do this for you guys. That's why we do this. 9-hour shifts. Goodness. So, are you earning OT then? You earning OT? Are you earning that good stuff? That time and a half? Sheesh. Oh, we didn't get to talk about that crown that you designed either. That Ceric crown. I'm pretty sure that was what you meant. Was that you designed that? What was it, like a 29? From the X-ray picture, it looked like a lower second premolar. So I was like, oh, look at the margins on this crown. Shoot, I worked 9 days in a row. Dang. That is a trip, especially at places like that, because they're constantly working. That options like that are potentially possible to just be on. That never struck my fancy before. It was 29. Look at me. If anything, at least I know I can interpret X-rays. I can go and work at dental insurance companies and start just denying people stuff. So I can always use my knowledge somewhere else, just like that. So that was 29. It looked pretty sweet. Good margins. It didn't have a lot of like weird stuff that I do see like other people's crowns look like and everything. You did a bridge 17 to 22. Holy hell, that's a long span bridge. Yeah, what was that? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 6-unit bridge? What was it, like 17 to 32 to 22 with like a 19 in the middle or something like that, or like a 20? That would seem like a large load. Hold on. How do you fit a 6-unit bridge on a Ceric block, unless they have extended blocks now? 17, 21, and 22 were abutments. Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, that's pretty sturdy then. Yeah, that's what came to my next thing is, do you guys have like long ass Ceric blocks to be able to do stuff like that? I wouldn't imagine, but had to set to lab, yeah. I really don't want to get into crowns. I really don't want to, just because today's market in crowns are mainly milled, and that's where I can't throw down the capital to be able to go in, to get a milling machine and everything like that. But I wouldn't be against learning how to be a ceramist. I can be a ceramist and stack porcelain for like Emax crowns or something like that. That would seem pretty fun. You still have to get the furnace, you still have to get the firing blocks and everything, but yeah. Insurance doesn't cover Ceric crowns usually. That's a neat way to put it at that point. Yes, you actually mentioned that. I remember that from a while ago when you brought it up. You're like, the insurances need to like get themselves up to date on like the qualifications of certain products to be able to be billable. Okay, I'm at the last section here. I don't want to poke a hole in it, so I'm just right about there. Well, are you still fancying some insurance stock? Oh yeah, absolutely. I was about to say, are you still fancying yourself some mountain mics every now and then at this point, or has that been kind of killed from your appetite from the work? They only cover SSCs. Oh, that sucks. And I can imagine that you guys are probably just doing laboratory stainless steel crowns or whatever. No, my mom and Mike days are over. That's probably a good thing overall. Alright, I am done with this sleeve. I will throw that over there for now. I'm now one sleeve down here. Look at that big old gaping hole. Let's see how would that You said you talked about going sleeveless lab jackets earlier. I think it should work, right? We can rock this out. We can totally make this work. We just get everyone on board. Just take off the sleeves, and we go into the work. See the doctors doing it? Yeah, totally easy. It'll just be like Scrubs and everything like that. It'll be like Todd from Scrubs. And they can all and everyone's just gonna be like that. All right, let's go do surgery, or not surgery, I guess. Let's go and pull that wisdom tooth, and then we're all good to go. We can totally make it happen. Sleeves on the patient's side only. That's a good one. I actually like that a little bit better. Okay. Ben, now, because you said that, I am not gonna put a sleeve on this jacket. Only because, for right now, I need this jacket for a video. I want to do that concept. I just want it to be a small, short video, a little funny and everything, a little funny one on the sleeveless scrub top jacket, and I love it. Oh, that's so good. I already have the other one too. I already de-sleeved. Oh no, these are the pants. I already de-sleeved the purple one. So where the hell's my purple one at? Am I sitting on it? Where did I throw my purple one at? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I already de-sleeved my other one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I already took that off. Ah. Yeah. So I already de-sleeved this one, but this has the same left arm one done at the moment. So all right, I got. This is gonna put off my. Okay, that's what I'm. Okay. I need to type this. I need to send me a message based on this. Okay. I love that idea. Okay. Sleeveless scrub jackets, but only sleeve on the patient's side. Because I kind of want to do that. You'll need to make one. At this point, which is going to be a huge pain to do, but okay. Movie magic, super simple. All I'm gonna have to do is when I film, I'll just horizontally flip the image so it'll look like I have the right arm sleeved. I'll just have to do things in reverse to make it work, but I can movie magic that one. That is fine. So it's going to be introducing the latest trend in assisting in dentistry. The patient, what would we call it? Movie magic, right? The patient sleeved, or what would we call it? I would say sleeveless jackets, sleeveless scrub jacket, but there has to be like a little moniker in there. And it's going to start with just the sleeveless jacket, or what is it? Sleeveless jacket, and it's almost gonna be like a rotating thing right here. And as it exposes the other arm is for patient side assistant only. And so that'd be cool. Blah blah blah. Benefits, unbenefits, whatever. And then introducing in the upcoming summer, look out for our other products. I'm gonna do something with like the pants. It's gonna be like. It's gonna be something something scrub pant wise. That is then that same nonsensical way, where it's like tear off knee downs or something like that. It's what I use. You need to get a fake a muscle arm for the sleeveless side. Yes, I want to get that where it's just jacked, just completely just ripped. And so I always told you guys back in the day, and maybe if I told your class or not when I was there. But another thing that I would usually do is once my scrub pants were kind of more worn, I got a bunch of final impression material on there, so that shit's never coming out. But usually I would change my pants to my scrub pants to shorts, and I would call them shrubs at that point. And that is what I'm gonna name it. You heard of the whatever, I gotta think of a cute one of this. But now, coming this summer, keep your eyes open in stores for the shrubs. And then that's what it's gonna be. So I'm gonna introduce shrubs in there. It's just gonna be short scrubs. Breakaways for the pants. Something, yeah, exactly. Something along that line. Just completely just odd. So we're talking shrubs, or like, because it can be shrubs. Another one for the person that doesn't want to, that wants to look as if they are in pants, but they love their life in scrubs. You're gonna look for the shants, and that's where you're gonna have scrub pants. So you can either shant your pants, or you can scrub your, or you can shrub your shorts. We're going for those options. This, I can do movie magic to make this one work. I just don't know what I want to use for the commercial half of it. Do I want to use gray with purple sleeve and just kind of do that? You can have the long breakaways over the shorts. Yes, I like that. Like I like that. Yeah, I like that idea. Or like the clear scrub shorts or something like that. It's just like a little. No, because that'd be more of like a barrier type of deal. I like the breakaways though. That's totally a thing that needs to go with that. So I think at that point I'll leave this for the commercial. I'll film some here. I'll do some scripting for it, and then I'll do some scene video capture when I get to work, and then I'll have to movie magic doing that. That means I need to set up this corner of my wall. I have a green screen, so if I can get my green screen just kind of covered to this corner of the wall, where I'm doing a lot of my stuff anyways, then I can do what's it called? Yeah, I can do the whole like commercial speech. This, look out for, and then I could just be like on a Lazy Susan. And just get that nice commercial turn, that whole thing going on. Oh, totally can get this going. I can have it in 16:9 aspect ratio, so it's specifically YouTube Shorts or TikTok style thing. This is why I need you here, Ben. This is why I need you here. You're gonna get your credit in this. This would be hilarious. And if it, for some reason, in a very chaotic, nonsensical way, actually takes off, your name's on the board. Board of, you're gonna be the chief vision officer of it. The CVO. He saw where this could have gone. He's seen it so hard, he needed to put his sunglasses on. It was that bright. Coming to you. The idea guy, right? Exactly. Oh, that's fun. Oh, I need to get Em a little jacket. She's always putting on the little disposable ones and everything, but I need to get her own sleeveless jacket. Sleeveless scrub jacket. There's gotta be something there. There's something there. Like the lab guy you did an interview with. Yeah! Oh, that would be an awesome one. It's almost pretty much as if I can just make it a breakaway pull-off one. Get his audience on it. Oh, that would be a fun one if I can get that going. You don't find yourself in a dental office at all? Or it'd be something like, do you feel like this product doesn't fit you because you're not specifically in a dental office? Don't worry about that. Blam. Or like 90s commercial style and everything like that. It's just going to be heavy 90s, early 2000s commercials, shipping and handling, all that other stuff that goes with it, and I want it to go apply to everything. It's like, oh, you can use your ShamWow over here, on your wall, on your cat, on your dirty floor, on wherever. Same thing with this. Or even almost where it's just like almost like where it's like, oh, do you want to throw a flare, or do you want to throw a bit of color onto your standard jacket or whatever? Look at insert an arm or something like that, or up an arm, and so up in arms, whatever it might want to be called. Add these, it's just a quick little zipper or even Velcro, tearaways, whatever. And even when you want to have fun at the beach, you still want to be business casual. There you go. You got your sleeveless side. I'm gonna need more arms. And a quick cut at the disclaimers at the end for possible side effects, right? Yeah, and have that really fast, disclaimer read at the end. Yeah. Seems like fun. It seems like too much fun. Seems illegally too much fun. Get ourselves do that so fast you can hardly make it out. Yeah, exactly. So fast at that. We'll do something like that. If I could do some, and even if I like wanted to like continue on with like the gag of it all and everything like that, because I can make that a short little 45-second this cute little thing, and then it'll be like, as seen on TV, the latest product that you've seen has now made its way to Shark Tank, and then you just see us right there. Hello, sharks. Here we're here to present blah 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 blah, and just make it all just fake and everything like that. And have it so no investors get in on it. Take it to the Dragon's Den, the UK version, or anything else. As seen on TV, exactly. I want to make as seen on TV products, the fictitious dental products. I want to make a machine at the dental office that takes your sterilized individual instruments, organizes it in this little machine, and individually, for whichever tray that you want to pick out, will dispense it onto a tray. No touch, no gruff. Take it to the patient. Good to go. There we go. That's better. Yeah, right. Take it. I'm gonna make a funny thing about that. As seen on TV. I need to get all these extra little bits out before I sew, so it doesn't change the battery back. Yeah. When I saw that my feed went off, I was like, hold on, am I not plugged in? Oh, I guess I wasn't. So. Ran out of battery on that one. That would seem like fun. I've had a hard time trying to get into I'm having a hard time getting into the short content market and everything, so having especially since most of my stuff that I do doesn't have like too much humor to it, but it'd be nice to find some humorous sides to my channel and be able to make it just have some funnies, hopefully. And with my Chief Vision Officer over here, that's easy to get to happen. And everything is patent pending. There's a humor, the humor channel, there's a humor reel channel for dental work. That is a, there's a lot of these characters out there, a lot of these personalities or whatever out there that do pretty good. They're funny with their content, and I don't want to like rip them off on like some of the things that they do. I hope every time I'm usually trying to make a video that has some humor to it, that it's generally organic to what I've either experienced or whatever. But there are those fun ones out there, like, oh, doing four-handed dentistry with your doctor, and he's expecting the fifth, and he works me out like I have a fifth arm or something like that, and the assistant grows an arm right then and there and everything like that. That one was pretty cute to see. I think my difficulty comes into it is that I keep on trying to run this like a one-person show, and I don't got wigs. If I'm gonna make it where I'm playing all the characters, I need to start collecting wigs, so I can have lore, I can have differentiality on people that I'm showing that works at these random offices. Sent you a TikTok. Gotcha. Let me see what it is. Oh. That's funny. Smile and Co. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cute. Oh yeah. They do have quite a few things going on. Small, yeah, they're a pretty small channel, but they got they have they're putting content out there, so that's cute. I like that period charting. Sometimes it does feel that way. Especially if docs just pedal to the metal, just whipping out all these different numbers and everything, all these depths, and then on top of that, once they get done with theirs, or even like in the middle of period charting, they're like, oh, like 323, 332, oh, bleeding on probing 424. It's like, hold on, I need to make sure I chart that bleeding on probing. Don't either give me all the BOPs at the end, or don't give me them at all at that point. Don't interrupt the flow. Sometimes though, the systems you can just like push like especially since we're doing it over on the 10 key section of the keyboard and everything. I think usually if you hit like the decimal key or period or whatever, it does bleeding on probing. We got a doc that gives numbers like that. Wow. I think the only time I had that, it was never with my doc, it was always with one of the other hygienists. It was with one of the hygienists that was never an assistant before. And yeah, it was the one that was never an assistant before, and she would just speed read them. And it's like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna come back around once we're all done with these numbers. You're gonna get re-asked a lot of these numbers again because you didn't slow down. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, that looks great. Sometimes, yeah, you can, especially with that, you can kind of do it like that. If you got everything already set up, it's like, oh, all the extracted teeth are already listed out and everything like that. I can just trust my fingers to do all of those. Hygiene goes super fast. Oh yeah, they're crazy. And you can kind of just trust that your thing is set up, you can watch the doctor or the hygienist do their stuff and be able to just track along with them for whatever you can see, especially when they get to like the anteriors, which is mainly all 222s, 323s, 222s, 212s. But you know what? Those fast hygienists, sometimes it just feels like they're freaking guessing. I'm gonna come out and say it. I think they're just making up some numbers up there in the front. If they didn't discover any 4s or 5s in the back, they ain't checking that hard. Liars, a bunch of them. If I switch a 2 with a 3, yeah, exactly right. No big deal. You're just gonna be impressed with yourself later on when you really do have a 2 later on, and someone makes note of it. It's like, oh, you've gone down in your numbers. I was like, yeah, going down from a normal number to another normal number isn't that big of a deal. Yeah, I think, yeah, I have a very suspicious thing in my mind where if in those first 4 posterior teeth they didn't hit a 4 or a 5, if they didn't hit a 4, or definitely if they didn't hit a 4 in the posteriors, more likely they're just calling off 2s and 1s willy-nilly in the front. They're barely inserting that probe. Okay, I think I am good to go. I really should have a lint roller to make that just a little bit, a lot quicker. Alright, cool. Hey, did I take everything off over here? I just about did. Okay. It's not 323 on the buckle and 222 on the lingual between 22 and 27 every time. Yeah, right? Every single time it's going to be following that same exact pattern. Unless you see this patient breathing and their teeth are moving while they breathe, it's always gonna be something like that. All right, so this is going to be inside out, and the line that goes down is going to be the one that I match to this. And then this is right side. So this needs to go from inside, pulling out. And then my line is right here, which will match with the line right here. And I like the way I did it before. That came out super nice. Let's make sure I'm on my right settings. Which we're going to do single stitch, straight, and then let's get this lined up at exactly where I want it to go. Alright, let's go and let's make a shift change. Not really that much it's gonna change up as far as what you guys could see. How can I get that to be a little more? Oh, I guess I could always just switch this up a little bit. And I don't need this section. I know I should be using pins to make this stay exactly where I want it to be, but someone went and pinched all my pins and I got nothing. There we go. That should just work fine right there. Good. All right, I think I got everything. I think I got everything set where I want it to be. Oh, that's not my rheostat. Where's my rheostat at? Good. Let's see if I can get this just slightly moved. I had a patient the other day. Doc was like, "Let's get a deep cleaning and assess which teeth we're going to keep." Ooh, that must have like super thrown the patient off at that point. I would bet. Let's see. How do I want to go with this? Yeah, maybe I'll just keep it. There we go. That was weird. Oh, deep cleaning and assess which teeth we're going to keep. That's unfortunate when that happens. At the same time, he was 60 and never been in dentist before. Oof, that makes sense then. But I mean, he got the life out of the teeth that he potentially could have at that point, which sucks. But I've seen it happen much younger. People in their 20s without teeth because of, mainly in their situation in 20s, it's because of tooth decay. But if you start losing all your teeth by, yeah, exactly, so much calculus. Usually by like your 30, like late 30s, early 40s, usually calculus is taking mass amounts of teeth out because of just the generalized bone loss that's happening. Okay, so we got a stitch in there. Or we got this going. Let's go ahead and lock it down. And now we pray. I had a patient in his 20s and lost 31 because he refused to get tooth. Ooh, that's an unfortunate one because, yeah, that's unfortunate because it's mainly the fault of the wisdom tooth, right? Yeah. And so it's like, oh, 31 just got its root resorbed, or maybe just like a massive tooth decay on the distal because of 32, and it's like they're both what do we call it? Not irreversible. What the hell am I saying? Non-salvageable. They're both non-salvageable, and it's a sorry buddy moment. Line over there. Yeah, decay on the distal and down to the root. Yeah, especially once that tooth decay hits that root, it's freaking over. And that's a rough one. Decay on the root, gotta pull it. There's no point unless the doc's really a big fan of crown lengthening, if it's high up enough to the crown, to the coronal portion. But yeah, that sucks. I'm glad I didn't have that. So I feel like I would have been in the same patient pool, just like, nah, don't really want to get my wisdom tooth taken out, and they would have ruined my other tooth. But I already have a tooth that's already, he told us, but the pain went away. Oof. Ooh, yeah. Your tooth is, tooth's still a goner. The house already burnt down, we still gotta take away the rubble. Still gotta get everything else cleaned up. Who messaged me? No. Good. Yeah, the nerve was dead at that point. Oh. If only they could have had someone that could kind of reach past that point of no, I don't want to get done, right? But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what ends up happening with that, because that's if only we can get past that patient's little understanding portion. Let's see. Because that's what kept them behind on it all, is just that they didn't want to. They just didn't want to get that wisdom tooth taken out. They didn't want to let it go. Let's see. Do that. That's funny. And then let me go and do that. That typo. Previous doc only recommended it. Didn't say to get 32 removed right away. Oh, okay. So it was kind of just the luck of the draw that the tooth was at such an angle and had probably just a certain amount of interaction with the next tooth. So maybe communication error, maybe, definitely, right? I mean, it all gets hashed out in the consent forms, as they all say, right? It's like, oh no, we're protected. The consent forms were signed, so it's on the patient and everything. But if the patient could have if they could just have an alternative network or lifeline to be able to call or talk to, as far as even just dental offices, be like, hey, I know we gave you this treatment plan. Think it over. If you have any more questions, you can always call the office. But if you don't, they can always do second opinion and everything, and go to a true other office. But maybe even just having a source to be able to figure out what the doctor meant by it. What did the doctor mean when they told me I needed an extraction because this wisdom tooth could affect the next door tooth? And hopefully I can be that. Hopefully with this channel I can be more of that as I make my dentist told me videos that I've been working on for reasons like that. I'm scripting one for extractions right now. I just need to I'm trying to get as many going as I possibly can and have at least like 3 of them done, and then post it and kind of go from there. He didn't floss often. Rest of the gums were big time inflamed. Oof. Yeah. So I mean, there was signs that it was already a rough environment for them to uphold. Is it okay to purposely clean bleeding gums with a 2x2? Is that? I think that's what it says. I think that's what it says over here. It's kind of blocked a little bit for me. But the 2x2 to show the patient just how bad their gums are, or is it too much? Is it okay to purposely clean bleeding gums? I can probably see that be a thing, because I mean it doesn't even take because a lot of them want to blame like toothbrushing, flossing, and everything. But if you just take a 2x2 and just push it on the gums just ever so slightly, it's gonna cause them to bleed. And I think patients do need to have that idea of even just the smallest cleaning, even just like the lightest cleaning pressure on this area causes it to happen. So that's something that they do need to realize it and be more gung-ho about getting their stuff done. I'd probably do it, but of course if you ever get like some real sassy one that's like, oh, they told me that blah 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 blah, and it's like, oh, okay, so now I'm just gonna get blamed for them misunderstanding or whatever. But it's partly on them to have correctly functioning gums. So that finishes off the first seam line. So I just need to check it real quick. Let's see. That I need to get this wire to be in the correct position to do charging. That's fine. So see, I already did the left side, so the right one is what I just finished and everything. Oh, I like it. Okay, it all comes into frame. Yeah, very baseball-like though, like you mentioned. Floss every other day, and the gums won't be this bad. Yeah, essentially, you just have to kind of prove it to them that they should get that. Yeah, Letterman. Yeah, exactly like I mentioned earlier, Letterman style and everything like that. What I feel like is because it's still like at least now I have a difference of color happening. It's just not one block of purple with purple pants and everything like that. Now what I want to switch up with this, well, for one, I still need to do the zipper though. That's legit. That's what I like about the zipper. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna take the pocket off of my gray one and put it on here, even more so. But I also want to take the zipper, so I just have little patches of accent colors popping. So I'm gonna take the zipper from here, not the whole zipper, but just the little the dangly portion, and just transplant it one from the other, so it's just another little eye catcher piece. Yeah, but I'm super happy about it. I had a bunch of like gift cards for like scrub store, and I sat on them for a good while because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with them. But then when I thought about it, oh, I can do this, and I do like it. You let me know. You get the scrub. You get the jackets or anything like that. I'll alter it for you. But this is feeling good. I like this. I can start putting. Oh, that would actually be kind of neat, especially to have it like Letterman's and everything. I can always just put the tooth crest up here in the front and everything like that, but just to have Miller on the back. Miller's molars, whatever it might be. I can do that. I can get my wife to get the cricket designed up and everything like that, and have that going. What I was thinking, and of course this is just me just going way beyond, was, where is it at? There you are. And yeah, Miller time. It's Miller time, right? What I was thinking of doing with it is taking the cuff, and I think I might be doing too much doing that. I kind of like this. It's kind of not too all over the place. It's simple, but I was thinking about taking the cuff off of them and just switching them, or even getting a third one and just getting a third color in this also. I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm gonna wear this a bit, see what I like, see how I feel it, but I might end up doing a cuff switch one of these times. But cool. All right, this is Fly. Oh, that's right. I can't do anything to this one. This is for the commercial. That's right. This one's. I need this one to be sleeveless for the commercial still. This other one will be just fine over here. This one will be fine to complete up. And then if I do the pocket switch, I might not do a pocket switch. I might just go and get a different fabric or similar polyester fabric, and then from Joann's or something like Joann's Fabrics, and then just do that. Cool. Cool. This is sweet. And so now with the last portion, I need to go and do a folded one and recreate that. So I am folding this over this. Yeah, folding this over this, because before it was purple over silver or over gray, and so now I'm gonna do gray over purple, and I need to follow that line. And if I do that, that means this is going to puncture through and create the stitch line on the purple side. Yes, that's exactly what I want it to be. Oh yeah, Miller's Time Labs. I'm telling you. Another thing is, I think I may have told you or something like that. But what I wanted, when I was going through kind of what to name the lab, if I could get it to actually be its own self-standing lab, I kind of had a couple names in there. One of them that I really liked was dental lab things, or dental things something lab. But if I did dental lab things, that's gonna be kind of it might be like too broad, because it's like, oh well, what dental lab things do you do? Or do you do crowns? Do you do bridges? Do you do ortho or anything? So it might just be too broad. So it might just be like dental lab things, prosthodontics, or removables, or fixed. Or it might that might just be the moniker below it, be like fixed, removables, and ortho. But that's getting way too big. That's looking way too far out and thinking that it's gonna be bigger than I actually believe it to be. Especially if it's just gonna be a one person spot. Okay, what was I gonna do here? I need to do this. So with that, and I'm going to shift this to stitch in the middle, and then the last time I did this, I kept that first stitch over on the left jaw, and from here, let's go and set it, and we should be good to go. And that is going to be, and then it'll be ready for designing Cricut stuff for. Okay, let's lock it up. What did I get a notification for? Are they home? Are they home? No? Some people outside my door? Am I getting delivery today? Is it delivery or DiGiorno? none of the stuff for me. For the white tooth. She ordered a lot of stuff. Pretty sure one of these is her Kindle that she wanted. All right. Well, she'll be ecstatic and happy for that. I should have took a before and after picture of this. It's alright. Oh, don't wrinkle. Don't you dare wrinkle on me. Oh, I feel something in here. What's trying to get itself stitched in there? Yeah, don't do that. There's that seam line. Let me lock this stitch. Just in case. Alright, good. You take it easy. Gotta take care of the big tooth. Yeah, you take it easy, man. It was good talking to you. Of course, every time, right? Well, you'll see our products that we talked about there up on the market soon. You have a good one. Hopefully you don't have to work this weekend. Yep, for next time. What the hell am I at? Oh, I'm done. I'm done with this. Oh, sweet. Perfect time on both ends. I can probably actually start going back into gaming now. Good. Here it is. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. And then top one. That is much cleaner than my first attempt of it, but that makes sense for it to be my second attempt and look nice. Alright, cool. Let's see what it looks like then, or how it looks and feels like then at that point. Okay, that still feels good. Wrist length is still matching. Awesome. And that feels good. That should be a simple pocket to change up to. Which one did I just do? I just did the right arm. The arm looks nice. I should have started at the armpits for the seam, so it doesn't look too crazy. But all right, cool. Then at that point, I don't need to do anything for the pants or the other piece. I'm gonna keep those for other portions. So I'm gonna go and stack these away. Okay, so that means I don't need my sewing machine either. So let me go and mute. There. There it goes. Cool. Alright, and then where are people at? Oh, they're almost home. Or I guess I could just look where the fuck they're at. Okay, so they're on the way home. Cool. Awesome.